Hello. I'm actively trying not to sneeze. But don't worry, I have push to talk, so you won't hear it, probably. Probably. Running a little bit late today. You know, it is what it is. I'm taking my allergy pill right now. Very organized, planned everything ahead, gave myself plenty of time. Totally didn't sleep too late. Again. Also didn't spend half an hour before stream modifying my model, yet again, in ways that most people probably won't notice. I gave myself, proper, I guess, eyelids? I guess you could call them eyelids? I don't know. See? Exactly. But yeah, like, see? Kind of tell. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, hello. Let me scroll back up. Thank you, Gao and B-Dragon, for the hosts. I appreciate that. If anybody else did it, again, my activity feed doesn't show hosts, and I can only go by what the chat has said.
We got bagels! Wow!
We do got bagels, actually. We do have bagels. I haven't had one today, but we have them in the house. So that is accurate. Anyhow, I got work to do today, so I'm gonna be doing work today. mostly in an inking mood, so I don't know how much actual coloring we're gonna do. I have several things that I need to make progress on, so I might just go through and ink those, and then maybe if I have extra time I'll go in and color them. But I'm in an inking mood right now, so. You also have bagels, Red Rose? That's amazing. I love this for both of us. A little slow to get revved up again, because, again, I stayed up too late. I slept in too late. I've barely had any of my coffee yet. So, you know, we're just gonna see how things go. Tobias is here making noise as usual. You know, we're just gonna start in on it. I don't really have any like announcements or anything. Oh, the other bat model, if y'all remember, which you probably do, because you know it's pretty much all the same people that are here. This one. Alright, this is almost done. Few final tweaks to take care of. We have expressions. We have expressions, which are set. See, we can get mad. We can get sad. We can get, like, shy or bashful, right? We can get, you know, lovey-dovey. What else do we have? We can get horrified, which is a good one, which I'm probably going to adapt this to my other model as well, because I like the effect. What else do we have? We got a tongue, right? We got this when we're feeling, you know, mischievous. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So we got expressions, we got the rigging. You know, we got the physics. So other than just some fine tuning, I might give this one actual eyelids, like I did for my other model. Just make it look a little more polished. This one's gonna be ready for release, for purchase pretty soon, and I'm thinking the price point's gonna be, I still haven't settled yet, but it's either gonna be $10 or $15. So basically, you buy this model and you can use it. You can use it as like a little fun thing. You can use it to test out, you know, using VTube Studio and Live 2D models. You can use it as your main VTuber model if you want. I really don't care. But yeah, that's going to be happening very soon. I know I keep mentioning it like every stream, but it is happening. It is happening. So, but yeah, that's the only real announcement I have right now. Other than, you know, I need to get work done. So who's this? Who's this dragon? Who could this possibly be? Someone in the chat, maybe? I don't know. The mouth forms are good? Oh, thank you, Skelly. It's not Claire John. Not this time, no. It's not. It is a different dragon. But yeah, I've been trying to balance, you know, work along with, you know, just there's a lot of guild wars happening right now in my life, and you know, I gotta get the guild wars in. And also like not completely falling off of Lost Ark. And why don't I have symmetry on? That would help make things even. And then also working in Live 2D all at once. Plus, you know, off the computer stuff. It's just, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I've been logging in to Lost Ark and playing a little bit here and there, but not as much as I was before End of Dragons came out.
It's strange.
Oh yeah, because there was that new content for Risk of Rain. Heather Darkreal, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, I appreciate that. starting to wonder if maybe I should make those tombstone assets a little bit bigger, because now people's names are like expanding beyond the boundaries of it. Caliph! Off the computer stuff? Shh! The secret. The secret. I can't tell you that, because some people out there will tell you there's no such thing as off the computer stuff. That it's not real unless you're logged in. You know, I can't tell you. It's a secret. Easy. Percentage of precipitation, exactly. Speaking of precipitation, so
Power up.
Okay, sorry. That was very important. We could not interrupt. The hack fraud boys drinking coffee like old men. But yes, I will also take a sip of coffee. Little ASMR there for you. But yes, hello, Yinzy.
And hot.
And yes, it is damn good coffee and hot. Although this coffee is more room temperature, but it's still damn good. What was I saying? Oh, it snowed yesterday and it was really fucking cold, even though it's been in like the 40s and 50s for like a week straight. And I was really mad about it. And then today it's like back up in like the low 50s and most of the snow is already melted. And it's almost like it didn't even happen. So thank you, climate change? I don't know. Like it's almost the spring equinox. Can we not? Can we stop it with the cold and the snow? I hate snow. I hate snow. I'm a snow disliker. I grew up without snow. I would like to continue to live without snow. Although, you know, that's kind of hard when I move to a completely different geographical area with a different climate altogether, but... All day? Oh no, it was snowing like all day yesterday. There wasn't that much though, it was like an inch or two. And now it's all gone. It melted. I think that's it for the snow for the foreseeable future. We're gonna get some rain on Saturday. But I hope that's the end of the snow. Although, there have been years here in New England where we've had snow in like April or even like early into May. Which is wrong. It shouldn't happen. It's wrong. It says on my forecast, it says rain on Saturday, so it's gonna be like in the high 40s. Not a lot of chance for snow there. I'm hoping anyway, but we'll see. If it snows, I'll just glare out my window at it. Like I usually do. And yeah, you can cancel me all you want for being a snow disliker. I'm fine with that, you know. I'm the first to admit that I don't like snow. I just don't. I never have. I don't like rain either. I don't like wet. I understand the usefulness of it, but I don't like it. Yeah, I can be dragon. I was mostly just going by the ref sheet because there's prominent brow ridges, and then there's also kind of a, on the ref sheet you gave me, there's kind of a a structure, a bony structure here at the bridge of the nose. I can remove those if you want. I was just going by the ref sheet. I mean, a lot of reptilian facial forms kind of look angry by default just because they have strong ridges over the brows. Like a lot of lizards and, like, you know, birds of prey. And to look angry, even though they're not. Just because, you know, that's the way their face is. But I can remove it or reduce it if you want. Snow is nice in theory. Snow is nice to look at. I won't deny that snow is beautiful. Because it is beautiful, but the reality of dealing with snow is not beautiful at all. Yeah, resting bitch face, exactly. Yeah, you can do it on the outside like this, but there's also like an overarching structure here that kind of goes like that normally, and then you would have like a shadow in here. Like if we were doing it like more realistically, like it's on the ref sheet for your feral form. And then there's a little bit of a prominence here where they meet above the brow ridge, and then it meets this part of the muzzle, which goes down into this part of the muzzle. So I can see where it looks like it's kind of angry, so we can just reduce that a bit so that it's not so obvious. I can put more emphasis on it on the outer part rather than the inner part. And then just have the eyelid look a little more, you know, sultry. Okay, but Skelly, do you like driving in the snow? See, that's the ultimate measure of a sicko. If you actually like driving when the roads are shitty and disgusting with snow, do you like that? Hey, wait a minute. Isn't this that Polish song about, like, doing drugs? Skelly, isn't this that song? Like, with the dancing cow meme? Like the tune in the background. Yeah, not the lyrics, but the tune. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought maybe they were sampling it. Snow tires. Why does the snow simply not remove itself from the road for me automatically? We could just remove roads. We could. We won't, but we could. Here's the trick to driving on ice. Don't. See, I'm one of those sickos that really likes trains. And I wish that we actually had, like, trains worth riding, like, you know, for normal commutes. It's absolutely ridiculous how much municipal governments drag their feet on expanding rail, if they do it at all, which they usually don't. Like, we were supposed to have the commuter train line extend further south around here, and it's not happening. Supposedly, you know, they're going to, but they're not making any great effort to actually do it. So it's probably never gonna happen. Which is wonderful. Great. Love it. Nightbot, what? Nightbot. Excuse me? No, nobody... What? I don't even think that's a command. Hang on. That's not even a command. So I don't know what Nightbot's all about. Yeah, okay, Nightbot. It's trying to cover up for its little faux pas there. Don't listen to it. We know what it said. Okay, Skelly, enjoy warming your food up. I'll be here.
J.O. Corvus Vice says fart.
Yes. See, that's working fine, so I don't know what Nightbot's talking about. It's not even a command that I have.
Clargen 1 says
Yes.
Clargen 1 says TT haha that sounds like titty.
How did it say titty? That's not how you say that word. TTS lady doesn't know what a titty is.
J.O. Corvus Vice says big American TDS.
Nightbot, shut up. Jesus. What the hell? The bots are acting up tonight. I don't know what's going on. It's finally the machine uprising, I guess.
Dragon 28 says Benang.
Benang.
In the Tokyo metropolitan area. There have been sightings of what appears to be a giant cat-like beast. As of yet, Tokyo police have not been able to identify the root cause of these mystical disappearances. People are
No.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
ユニ420
Thank you, Yinzi, for smoking us out with 420 biddies. And thank you, Claire John, for gifting that sub to Amazon Prime.
ニュースフラッシュ。首都圏では現在、数人が行方不明と報道されている。そしてなぜか同時
You can gift a sub to any account. Somebody apparently made an account named Amazon Prime
警察庁は、この不可解
at some point.
のような事件を
It probably doesn't even get logged into, but it exists.
夜、暗い路地を避けるよう警告している。
Dark alleys at night. Something on the prowl.
Thank you, Claire John, for gifting a sub to like this username. I appreciate that, and I'm sure they do too. Also, Gal, to answer your question, you don't need to time out Nightbot. Just get it out of its system. Thank you, V-Dragon, for gifting a sub to Feet. Feet? Isn't Feet one of those, you know, what do they call them? The logistics bots that just kind of gather, like, logistic data and stuff. Yeah. I see it a lot in various chats. I used to think it was funny, and then I realized what it was, and I was like, eh, it's a bot. I thought it was, at first, just a really dedicated person with a very funny name. And then, you know, the magic was ruined. No, I mean, Commander Root has a person behind it too, it's just the person is not usually at the helm of the bot. Commander Root has interacted in people's chats before. And Electrical Longboard also. Thank you, Gal, for gifting a sub to Big Doinks in Amish. Now we can all smoke big old doinks in Amish.
As there may be something on the prowl.
I do appreciate, V-Dragon, that your more feral form has the lizard fingers rather than like humanoid fingers. Or like the two in the middle are longer than the two on the outside. I appreciate that. You don't see that very often, even in people with like draconian or reptilian sonas. Twitch user God and Twitch user Anime are subscribed to a lot of channels. Yeah, because people will gift subs out to accounts that, you know, they're funny. Funny to have somebody read off in their stream. So accounts like that tend to get a lot of gifted subs. Similarly, like Nightbot is subscribed to like 1 million channels because people want it to be able to use emotes. So they'll give it subscriptions so that it can access their channel's emotes for messages. Oh shit, we have a hype train. I didn't even notice. Y'all are wild. Oh, thank you for the hype train. Thank you for the 69 biddies, Eansy. That's very nice of you. Yeah, I would give a subscription to my bot. You know, if I could afford to sub my bot up, or if I still had Amazon Prime, and I managed to get like affiliate on my bot, I would give it a sub. So it could either use emotes that it had, or it could use emotes that I have, but maybe someday. I know that partners, I think partners get a free subscription they can give to their bot or something like that. I think I read something about that, but I don't remember. Not like I'm ever gonna get partner, but you know. I do think it's kind of cool that they have that ability. Partner, exactly. Twitch, unleash or unveil a new tier in the affiliate partner system for Fartner. I got an emote. What did I get? That doesn't even show up. It doesn't even work, it's broken. My bat is a combination of species with a lot of creative liberty taken. Specifically, a California leaf-nose bat and a Japanese long-ear bat. And then obviously, you know, purple with green eyes and, you know. But primarily those are the two that I drew the most inspiration from. Because I wanted a leaf nose, but I also wanted really long ears. Whereas, my, I guess, OC species of humanoids who are evolved from giant ground-dwelling bats are mostly modeled off of vampire bats, because morphologically, vampire bats have facial features that are the closest to primates, in my opinion, because they have smaller ears, they have a flatter face overall, they don't have like a pronounced muzzle, and their nose leaf tends to be more modest, I guess you could say. It's more similar to a monkey's nose than, you know, the crazy arrangements that bats usually have. Oh yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, feel free to throw them my way. I like to talk about creative processes, even if it just means, like, you know, what I was looking at the time when I was inspired to make something. Gotta get the overlap of the fingers right, otherwise they just look glued on. And we don't want that. Well, damn. I mean, I appreciate the burger and the coffee, but you don't have to give it to me like that. Alright, that's fair. I guess you do. I wish I could get away with streaming, like, stuff that I like to watch while I draw on stream. Like, usually when I'm drawing, if I'm not listening to music, I'm watching random episodes of Best of the Worst. And it would be cool if I could just throw those episodes of Best of the Worst on while I'm streaming. We could all watch them while I draw. But I think some streamers got in trouble recently for just watching shows on stream or something like that. Also, some of the episodes of Best of the Worst have movies that probably wouldn't be appropriate for Twitch for various reasons. Yeah, it's more like the content of some of the movies, because you know some of the movies on Best of the Worst. You know the tropes that they rely on. I'm not gonna mention them by name, but you know what I'm talking about. The whole like Death Wish, what is it? Blood Debts, kind of, you know. And then there's movies like The Suckling, where the whole thing is just cognito hazard. We'll never watch it again. Oh god, that movie. That was real bad. But like Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox would be a good one. There's nothing especially bad in that, it's just the quality of the movie itself is bad. But like, I wouldn't want to have any of the films by like, shit, what's his name? Donald Farmer, I think. The one that did Shark Exorcist. I think it's Donald Farmer. Yeah, the young women writhing on the dirty ground guy. Sorry, I just gave myself 420 bits and it made me cough. Lately, since it's been warming up, people out in the parking lot have spent a lot of time revving their vehicles, like, for like 10 minutes straight, and I don't know why. I don't understand it, and I don't like it. I've also heard people tearing down the road on motorcycles again, so, it's almost time for the return of Loud Bikeman, and this is not, a season premiere that I'm looking forward to, because I don't like that guy. I guess they're getting ready for spring. I don't know. The mating call of the loud automobile owners. Like when the robins come back and they start making noise all the time. Except, you know, it's people with obnoxious cars and trucks and motorcycles. Could be a leaf blower. Oh, that's really kind of more of a late summer and fall thing, unless they just didn't clean up their yards before winter hit. I don't know. Could be lawnmowers too. Some people were mowing their lawns recently here, so maybe that's happening in your area too. Yeah. We also get people in my area that tear around in the woods on ATVs, like four-wheelers. It's just funny how they all just come out at once. They literally all emerge from their winter hideaways at the same time. Almost like it actually is like a natural phenomenon. It's just nature, you know, doing its thing. It's weird. Yeah, like cicadas, exactly. Or like, you know, like uh bears coming out of hibernation. I'll make the eye reflection a little bigger to kind of subtly increase the cute quality without, you know, laying it on too thick. Shinier, more expressive, more anime-like eyes. Be more warm and friendly, I guess. And B-Dragon, you said that you want the chin to be green instead of tan now, right? I think I remember you mentioning that. The whole lower jaw? Okay. Oh, alright, alright. So just so, we probably wouldn't even see it then, because it would just be underneath here. And then down, it's still down the throat, right? Oh, not horny, by the way. Oops. Accidentally minimized my window. That was weird. Oh wait, no, I don't want to open it that way. I want to open the reference window. I'll pull up some reference. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, no longer up here. Just down below, down the neck. I know I said I was just gonna go through and like ink everything and then maybe get to color, but this is a small enough piece that I might as well just finish it. Actually, should have opened the one with the mouth open. It's... Hey, burger. Hell yeah, Skelly. Congratulations on your burger, acquiring. I don't think I saw anything. I really should pull up the ref, but, the palms of the hands are not tan, right? They're just green. Burger. How do skeleton eat burger? Where does the burger go? Just absorb it right into the bones after you chew it up. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see it. Someday when I finally grow up, I will keep my colors entirely within the lines. Whenever I reach that point of maturity. But not today. And I know there's techniques using, like, masking and stuff like that, but I don't want to deal with any of that. I just want to color, and then I'll clean it up later. It's fine. Yeah, I just want to grill, except, you know. Thank you, V-Dragon. Yeah, grill, but with ink, exactly. That's right. Yeah, this is the one that I really should have uploaded first. There we go. Okay, so palms of the hands aren't a different color here, so I'm gonna assume that applies even to the feral form. Just green. Yeah, they're like lizardy. Lizards got those really long, skinny fingers. I'm always worried that they're like really fragile and delicate, but they seem to be able to bend all sorts of ways. I used to catch fence lizards when I was a kid. Colloquially, we called them bluebellies because the males have this really vivid stripe of blue iridescent scales on either side of their belly. And they have those really long, skinny little fingers. I always thought they looked really cool. I mean, I also like iguana. Well, iguanas have the longest gecko fingers. Like they're all like wide, so that they can cling to stuff. I like that too. I like lizard fingers. Lizard fingers are cool. I'm trying to think of lizard fingers that I don't like as much. I'm coming up blank. I think I just like lizard fingers in general. Oh yeah, they do have kind of more chunky feet, don't they? Yeah, even those are good. It's all good. Yeah, because they got those big claws too. Hell yeah. Shout out to lizard fingers. Lizard fingers are one of my favorite genders. Oh no, that one's purple too. Yeah, clumsy lizard pobs, but also not, because some lizards are pretty agile. Like the ones that live up in the trees, they can't afford to just fall all the time. They would die. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. I took my allergy pill though. I think my allergies are getting to the point, because it's almost spring, that like when I was going to bed last night, I started to get a headache, but I was able to make it go away while I was sleeping, so it didn't stay with me when I woke up and turn into a migraine, which is what I was afraid of. But I think my allergies are causing like sinus pressure changes. I'm gonna start getting allergy related headaches, which is wonderful. I love that for me. I don't actually, it's terrible. Yeah, it's just how it is. I'll just drink coffee and take a nap. That's usually what I do. Yeah, they're too big. Komodo dragons are huge. I also like the what is it, tegus? They're like from Argentina. And like the males can get those really big cheeks. I like those a lot. Yeah, Tobias is here. Tobias here. Where'd he go? Oh, he's under my desk actually. He was very insistent on getting under the blanket last night because he was cold. He's a big baby. He cannot handle temperature. When it's like under 60, he's cold and he wants to be in the blanket all the time. He gets cranky. And then when it's over like 75, he acts like he's melting. He's a very prissy, pampered boy. An absolute baby of a cat. Oh, thank you. I was thinking maybe hang on, I want to try something real quick. Maybe to kind of like spice it up a little bit. Not spice it up, dress it up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. You know, I have an idea. Do it. No, probably not that. That's too much. I want it more opaque than. I want it luminous. Oh no! Debt is coming. Debt is here. We're being raided by Debt.
Oh my god. Don't be so embarrassed. Loosen up, Bubby. You pet. Let's wash off all our sweat and dirt together. What's up? Oh no. I'm being surrounded. So you're the instrument type, eh? Wow, would you look at that? No! That's terrible! All this in combination! Jesus Christ! Isn't bathing great? These are all so clip-worthy, I hate it. I've got things for TikTok now, thanks. How is it, Bubby? Does it hurt? Does it hurt us, or is it okay?
God, I remember encountering that scene for the first time when I played Final Fantasy VII when it first came out. And I was like in middle school. Blew my mind a little bit. But thank you for the raid, Dead. That's a hell of a name, by the way. I appreciate it. You were playing Power Wash Simulator, which is honestly one of my favorite games and probably my choice for Game of the Year for what? 2021? Just because of how fun and original it is. But how was your stream? How did it go? And thank you for the shout out, by the way. Yeah. It is the best game to write piss in, and I still want the ability to mod, or for someone else to mod the color of the water to be different. Because I think it would be really funny. But welcome in, Raiders. If this is your first time to my stream, I am Extinct Inks. I am a full-time freelance illustrator, artist. Most of my streams have to do with me drawing something, usually commission work. I do commissions for a living, so I do a lot of that stuff on stream. Sometimes I play games, things like Power Wash Simulator, Final Fantasy Tactics, Monster Hunter occasionally, and sometimes I'll play solitaire, but like weird solitaire, like an RPG that's based around solitaire kind of games on stream. But yeah, welcome in. Generally, things are pretty chill here. We just kind of hang out, like you're my studio buddy, keeping me company while I work, and we just kind of shoot the shit about whatever, and have really stupid jokes about things. And you can also throw things at me, which is fun. Yeah, vibing and drawing most of the time. Occasionally gaming. Not super often. I'd say the split currently is around 90% art, 10% game. I also do live 2D rigging and models. I made my VTuber model in live 2D. I have others as well, including one, and I can show you that, including one that will be for sale soon as a pay-to-use model. You can't really customize it, but if you just kind of want a generic model that's cheap, like in the $10 to $15 range, that you can use for whatever VTubing purposes you might have, or just to have something other than a webcam in a Discord or Zoom call, this will be going up pretty soon. There's not a whole lot of bat models out there, I noticed, so I wanted to make one that, you know, could suit just about anybody's needs if they just wanted a cute little bat model to use. So I made this, and then I have some others in various stages of progress. I have a more humanoid character of mine, which is nearly done. I mostly just need to do the mouth forms, and then the basic model will be complete. I plan to add things to it later. My models for myself are very rarely ever like fully finished, because I'm always messing with them and adding stuff to them, but It's complicated stuff I'm going to add later on down the line because it's not important to the basic function of the model. Also, it has physics, so you can, you know, everybody loves to add the physics, so I had to add the physics, of course. What else? Oh, I made one for Skelly. Skelly in the chat. With a big joint hanging out of its mouth, of course. I made a dangly skeleton for Skelly. And it moves and it wiggles. And now Skelly's gonna get weirded out by seeing their model with my voice coming out of it. Which is very funny to me. So yeah, I do this kind of stuff. I've started learning how to do 3D modeling in ZBrush and Blender, but I'm not terribly good at it because it's a lot, and my brain doesn't want to learn a new thing like that. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff I do. And usually I'm drawing, but sometimes I will stream myself doing the rigging of a live 2D model, so if you're interested in that kind of thing. I also do physical crafts. I knit, I crochet, and I do needle felting, which is essentially sculpting with wool by stabbing it with a needle that has little notches taken out of the sides over and over again until it makes a shape. So I do that kind of stuff too on stream sometimes. Also, sometimes I will do traditional art streams where I use like ink with like a dip pen on paper and marker and watercolor and colored pencil and stuff like that. Very occasionally if I feel like changing it up. Blender and Unity is a lot to take in. I have a custom VR chat model. Like I bought a pre-made one and then retextured it that I use. But as far as like understanding how to make a functional 3D model, I'm still very much at the beginning, and I've got a long way to go with both Blender and Unity. It's complicated. Very complicated. Like, massive amounts of respect to the people that have learned how to do it, like, efficiently and relatively quickly, because damn. Yeah, the felting is the needle felting, where I stab the thing with the needle until it, you know, it makes the shape, going from just, you know, a puff of sheep's wool to like a sculptural item. But yeah, I do that. And I don't do it for commission or anything. I just do it when I feel like doing something with my hands other than drawing. Also, like, in terms of like knitting, it takes so much time that doing that for commission would not really be practical. Okay, so now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to put some of the light hitting the hands themselves. That, so that it actually looks like there is a light source there, and it is interacting with the environment around it. See, for Blender, I've only learned how to actually like make the models, like low poly modeling, and like importing and setting up sculpted models that I made in ZBrush, and I kind of know how to retexture, but like rigging, bones, UV mapping, weight painting, and all that stuff, I have no idea how to do any of that yet. oh, it's so much. It's just so much to learn. Like I've been using Live 2D for over a year now, and I'm still only like in the intermediate range as far as like skill, by my definition. Because learning new programs and how everything works and how everything affects everything else, it's just so much. It's so much. I like literally have to do it like in bursts. Like I'll take a month or two or a couple of weeks to just really throw myself into it, learn how to do something. Like I'll have a main goal in mind for learning how to do something, and then I'll learn that, and then I'll take a break from it. And then I'll come back to it later and repeat the process again. Until I eventually build up enough experience and skill and know-how to, you know, cobble together a toolkit essentially in order to achieve a larger goal, a finished project kind of thing. It really is, and it's like, when did people have all the time to learn how to do all this? Like, they just sit there and just like, I am gonna learn how to get from A to Z in this program, or you know, this workflow, and then they do it, and then they just go from there? Or do they do it more like I do, where it's like they learn in bits and pieces until they can finally put together like a project from start to finish without sitting there and just poring over tutorial YouTube videos for hours on end and then being like, why does mine not look like that? I don't know, it's baffling to me. Yeah, see, so Live 2D, I mean, Blender is just an alien world to me as well, but Live 2D, the biggest problem I would say is not only is it not intuitive to use, but also like the documentation is like the official documentation is severely lacking, because it's mostly like a pretty simplistic translation from Japanese. And so you're forced to either just figure it out through trial and error and frustration, or look through like Reddits and Discord servers and YouTube videos from a bunch of different people, like figuring out how they do this and that and this and that. And, you know, obviously if you have a very specific question or a specific problem, there might not be a tutorial available just for that, you know? Yeah, it's like, oh man, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's hard to go out there and just teach yourself how to do this thing that you're not used to. It's tough, and it takes time, and it's frustrating because I just want to be good at it from the start. I don't want to take time and learn how to do it. I just want to be good at it. Hello. I'm just complaining about how I don't want to learn new things. I just want to be able to do it magically. Like Blender and Live 2D and stuff like that. Unity. Like, that's why I always feel like a huge asshole whenever people, like, ask me, like, hey, do you have any tips on how to get good at drawing? And I'm just like, you just have to draw. Because, like, when I was younger and more inexperienced and I just wanted to find the magical shortcut to being good without working at it, I would find advice like, practice, sketch every day, you know, it takes time, there's no shortcut, blah, blah, blah. And I hated that answer. I hated that answer so much. I was just like, no, that can't be it. Like, there has to be an easier, faster way. You're hiding it from me. Where is it? And then over time I realized that no, that really is the answer. Like, you can do tips and tricks to help, you know, streamline that process a little bit. shortcuts, you know, so that things don't feel as tedious. But in the end, the only answer is actually doing the thing over time. So I try to be honest with people, but I always feel like I'm being an asshole when I do it, because it's not the answer that people want. But yes, yeah, I do think that we need the Matrix program updates. Just shove a plug into my neck and just teach me how to be good at the thing. Yeah, that's a thing that I saw a lot with my peers growing up in the very nascent period of digital art in the late 90s and the early 2000s, when everybody thought that, oh, I just need the good brushes, I just need the really expensive tablet, and then I'll be good. And it's like, no, those can help, and they're definitely good for developing a personal style, but those aren't going to make you, you know, skip 10 steps ahead. You're still going to have to actually work at getting good. Although, the brushes, if you find the right brush, it really does change the whole feel of the process. Like, I struggled with embracing digital art for a long time, because I didn't like how, and this is not a commentary on people who use like just default round brushes, but I don't like the look of, like, even this is a little better because it's kind of textured, but I don't like the look of super smooth like digital brushes. I don't really like it. I don't like it when they just come to a perfect taper, and I don't like how clean the edges are most of the time. For my own work, it doesn't feel right to me. I like texture. I like something to kind of still feel and look like it was done with physical media. That's kind of what I'm going for, because for most of my life I used traditional media. So I like my digital work to kind of still have some of that character. So until I found brushes that did that, and a program that did it consistently through Clip Studio, and then I use my buddy Friendon's brushes most of the time, I saw the utility of digital art, but it never felt quite right to me. So a brush really can make a big difference, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, like it can be a process, because like on one hand it is like coloring with anything else. You pick your color and you scribble it in, or you paint bucket it in, right? But certain techniques and stuff can give you entirely different looks. So you gotta figure out exactly how to get, you know, to that look that you want. And sometimes it's not as intuitive as just use this paintbrush, or use this marker, or use this paint, and it'll look like that. So it can be, there's a learning curve to it, essentially. Not just figuring out how to do things, but also how to make it look the way you want. And then there's like filters and stuff, and layer settings, and it's complicated. Art is complicated, and it's hard. Why's everything gotta be so complicated and hard? Okay, now I think I want to change the color of the heart outline. Kind of blends in a little better with the glow. Kind of blends in a little better now. Somebody's hauling ass in their noisy car again. I hate this. They always do it when I'm streaming. It's very rude. I still think they do it on purpose. It's a personalized attack against me.
Исполнится то, что задумал. Пусть и не поверит.
I wish life was easy and comfy. That would be preferable.
Называют страстью, на самом деле не
Especially with, you know, everything that's going on right now.
А главное, пусть поверит в себя. И станут беспомощными, как дети. Потому что слабость велика, а сила ничтожна.
So a little bit of accent shading here and there,
Когда умирает, он крепко, честно.
just to make things pop that need to pop.
Оно нежно и гибко. А когда оно сухо и жестко, оно черствость и сила — путники смерти. Гибкость и слабость выражают свежесть бытия. Поэтому что отвердело, то не будет.
Life should be easy. 3D modeling should be easy. Math should be easy. I should be able to do math. In a fair and just world, I would be able to do math. But instead, I've had to be too queer to be able to do math, so. Although, I mean, if that's the trade-off, I'd rather be queer than good at math. In a fair and just world, nobody would need to do math. That's true, too. We would just know, like, any of the answers that math could possibly give us. We wouldn't need it at all. I don't want to over-render this, because it's going to be a sticker on Telegram. They don't tend to lend themselves super well to being, like, super highly rendered and detailed. But I also don't want it to look too flat. I guess we would have some of this color. Other spots. Sorry, we were discussing dinner plans. A little bit of lighting. Rid of the line in the middle so we can see how it looks. What do you think, B-Dragon? How do you feel about this? What else do I need to do? Oh yeah, Skelly and Pierogi. Skelly, how is Pierogi anyway? How's Pierogi doing tonight? Still doing crimes? Cat crimes? Vibing under a table? Hell yeah. Tobias is actually doing the same thing. let's pop over to Skelly and Pierogi. I mean, there are worse things to have your brain, like, jump to, honestly. There's Pierogi, look at that. Look at that. What a fantastic cat. Glorious. He's so good. He's so fluffy. He's so long. We've got the old man ear tufts. Amazing. 100 out of 10. Best cat. Don't tell my cats that I said that. He is baby. Oh, Tobias is moving around. I think he heard what I said. Uh-oh. We're in trouble now. 69, 420 out of 10. Exactly. I guess, being a skeleton, you wouldn't have to worry about allergies, right? No sinuses or mucous membranes to get irritated. What bliss. Feet is here, holy shit. Look at that. We have been blessed by feet. Amazing. This is a magical moment. What happens when your mug gets loaded into the dishwasher upside down? What happens? Yeah. Yeah, that's how you open the door. You know, the puddle of tar or whatever it is that's in the middle of the sycamore trees. I'm not sure what that substance is supposed to be. It looks like tar. Motor oil? Because they say it smells like burnt motor oil or something. The scary door, yeah. You might get a small person singing in your dishwasher though. That has been known to happen. What? Spook didn't happen. Where's the spook? Oh, hang on. Hang on. When I was messing with my model, I might have broken it. Let me check. Okay, that works. Okay, so I broke it. I'm gonna have to fix it. I'm sorry. I will refund those points. I toggled those parts of the art mesh on the model off when I was messing with the eyes because they kept getting in the way when I was testing the model. And I forgot to toggle them back on. So I'm gonna have to fix that after I'm done streaming. Because I have to do that in Live 2D, and then I have to export it. But yeah, I broke the spoopy face, I'm sorry. My meddling has committed a terrible sin. Fira, thank you for the host. Yes, we can still do that. It's just the spoop that's broken. And I can fix it. It would take a few minutes to do in a different program. Yes, this is the proper size. This is so you're not actually making the nose bigger. You're returning my nose to its natural size in proportion to my face. It's like when Goku is training with the weights on to restrain him to provide resistance for him to develop his power against, and then he takes them off and then he's unleashed, essentially. It's exactly like that. I'm trying to remember how skulls work because I don't have reference pulled up right now. I really should have reference. And I'm being a hypocrite right now because I'm constantly promoting the idea of having reference for everything. I can't be bothered right now. Bat noses are great. Bat noses are fantastic, and they come in so many shapes and sizes. Some of them you kind of wonder how their face even works with all that there, but you know, they seem to be getting by pretty okay. Again, I know that the vertebrae are not actually this big, but that's a stylistic choice that I make for myself. And Skelly seems okay with it. Bones. June. Because June is Pride Month. So, if you mean the Pride March in Guild Wars 2, it's usually not until the end of June, actually. Like the 18th or the 24th or something like that. Although sometimes, there's been years where people will run a smaller Pride March at the beginning of June. So there's one at the beginning of the month, one at the end of the month, so that people who might not be able to set that time aside have a chance to do one. But the big one happens towards the end of June. And I probably will be streaming that one again this year when the time comes. I did last year and that was pretty fun. Especially since, you know, COVID's still around, I'm probably not going to any actual in-person Pride events this year again. Which sucks, but, you know, whatever. It's not worth possibly getting sick over. Oh my god, poor JoJo. That was terrible. I mean, at least a tornado didn't, you know, touch down where he was, but still, damn. That was extremely homophobic of the weather, to be honest. Oh, I'm suddenly very hungry. Oh, I love this. I love this for me. Really should have reference open. I'm doing myself a disservice here. I don't feel like stopping and finding some. It doesn't feel like it should be almost spring yet. On one hand, this winter has been really, like, long and cold, but also, like, it doesn't feel like it's been winter for hardly any time at all. It's weird. Time is fake. Time is a scam. I love when I move just slightly and my back pops. It's great. How many ribs do I want to put on here? Do I want to do the anatomically accurate amount, or do I just want to, like, wing it with whatever looks good? No, I haven't gotten the meta cleared. I actually stopped bothering for the last few days because I didn't want to put like an hour into a waste of time, essentially, over and over again. You know, I wanted to spend my time in the game feeling like I was accomplishing something. So what I've been working on is fishing, of course. And then also, I was completing all the maps in Cantha on my engineer. I'm gonna have to go back through and do it again on my Mesmer, for achievements and stuff. Like, I finished Echovault, last night, and that got me completion for all 4 maps, and then I combined the gifts to make the Gift of Cantha, which freed up space in my storage, and also, like, whenever I get around to making the End of Dragons legendaries, then I will have that ready to go. Make the Gift of Jade or whatever it is. I need more stuff for the Gift of Jade. I don't remember what exactly I need, but I know that I don't have it. I think I need more of those Jade Lodestones that have been dropping. What else have I been doing? There's something else that I was working on, but I forgot. Oh, I've been making low-level cooked dishes to use the research kit on to get the note things that you need to make better cores and modules for your Jadebot. And you need crafted items to break them down into those notes, so I've just been crafting like cheap stuff that I wouldn't actually use and then just consuming it. Consume. Okay, no, I actually do need to get I mean, it might affect how many notes you get out of it at a time, but, you know, whatever. It's cheap garbage that I can make very quickly. I already have a bunch of the materials for it. I've noticed that not everything salvages. I made some items that didn't... So I made some of the sushi that you can make with fish, and those salvaged fine, and then I made some other dishes, and they didn't seem to do anything except disappear. But I don't know what the, like, deciding factor there was. I was thinking maybe it's because, you know, I can only use crafted items that use materials from Cantha, but it also works for some of the consumable items you get from the Halloween event. Like the crystallized stuff. So I don't think it's a Canthan item only thing. I don't know. The wiki is still slacking on getting filled in with you know, pertinent info, so I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, I could be one of those people that fills in some of the information myself when I figure stuff out, but I'm also very lazy. I don't want to. So I will just complain instead. Also, formatting wiki stuff is, ugh, I hate it. I don't like it. I don't feel like getting yelled at by people that spend more time on wikis than me, telling me, oh, you didn't format this right. Skelly reference. Let's get a good one. Here we go. Here's some Skelly reference. It's a very regular thing that Skelly does. That pose, that reaction. Especially with everything going on in the world. Schmoove. to adjust alignment of the nose and the teeth. Whoops. It's like doing braces on my art. What would that be? Orthodontia, right? Skelly, why are you posting pained stickers in the Telegram? Is that because of my joke? It's probably because of my joke. Yeah, sure. I believe you. Kalka said that there's more coffee being made. Hell yeah. Love to hear it. Skelly, you don't have your wisdom teeth anymore, right? Not that I'm necessarily modeling this after your actual dentition, but, you know. Why did my model freeze? Why freezing? Actually, it'll, why is it doing that? Did tits crash? No? Weird. Tits connection, I know, right? Scandalous. And it's just a throwing program. Thing that does this. I don't know. It's working now, though. I'm wondering if maybe I need to update something. It's done that the last 2 streams in a row for some reason I'm not sure of. Like, Tits doesn't auto-update, and I don't think it, like, automatically notifies me when there's a new version, so I have to go and check. I haven't done that in a while. So, it probably needs a patch or an update. So that and fixing the spook face on my model are my, the things I'm gonna do after I finish streaming. Like, before I settle back into anything else. Hey, Gao and Skelly, do you want to watch the Star Trek thing on Red Letter Media that just came out tonight? Yeah, the review. I wasn't sure if it was a review or if it was a Mike and Rich talk about. Well, Gao, you've been busy with some other stuff lately. That's why I didn't pester you when they uploaded it a couple days ago, because you were busy. Why did this song end with like a weird boiling noise? It was an interesting choice. Instead of like chopped and screwed, it's boiled. Oh, it was a song telling me that the coffee's done. Hell yeah. Okay, well, you know, this is a good opportunity. I'm gonna be right back for a minute. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. Also, I get to show off the new Be Right Back screen that I made. So, we're gonna do that. It'll just be a couple minutes, and then I'll be back, you know, to continue. I'm back. Got some more coffee. Now we're all set. I guess I should spend some time on the cat too, right? I'm bad. Bunny Bun 1993, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm going to ink Pierogi on a separate layer, just in case things need to get moved around. I'm gonna need to really get his old man tufts captured. Yeah, it's a good idea to have a new adoptee checked out. You know, make sure that there's nothing to keep an eye on or any cause for concern with anything. I mean, I think he's up to date on everything, but they might give you a dose of dewormer, just because cats living around other cats can, you know, very easily pass that stuff back and forth to one another. So sometimes they'll give you like an additional dose of dewormer just to make sure. We had to do that with Mr. Tobias, stream's favorite, Tobias. He had not been in the shelter long enough to get his full course of dewormer when we adopted him. He was fairly fresh out of his quarantine period when we picked him up. So we actually had a couple of doses of dewormer that we had to finish giving him before we even got him to the vet for his checkup. That's always good. Also, some vets, I don't know if the vet you're going to works this way or not, but the vet that I take my pets to, they have, you know, you gotta sit down and do all the paperwork so they can set up a file, and sometimes they will have a new patient fee because of the processing that has to get done. So it's nice to get that out of the way. So it's not something you have to think about with, you know, any possible visits about a real concern that you have. There he is. There's the boy. Oh, hell yeah. See, I haven't brought my cats to the vet since the pandemic started, which, on one hand, that's not great. The Sneezy Anus, welcome in, thank you for the follow. It's not great that I haven't brought them in, but also they haven't had any health concerns that have necessitated it, and since they don't go outside, they don't have contact with any other animals, and we're not traveling or anything, you know, there's not a huge reason to bring them in at the moment. It is certainly a username, yeah. I mean, what is a sneezy anus other than someone farting, right? It's just a fart, but with more steps. But yeah, I don't know how my local vet that I go to is handling pandemic stuff. I haven't gone in a while. Okay, it's sneezes, not farts. You got me there. Certainly does say that. Snarts. Rookie has such grand ear tufts. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Look at that. Elegant. his cheek fluff mostly just kind of slopes downward. And there's kind of a few bits and pieces down here. It's not really projecting. No, Calca, I can't say that I have. You showed Pierogi the stream, did he care? Probably not. Yeah, cats usually don't. Because they never really see themselves in the natural world. And I don't think they're staring at themselves in puddles usually. Maybe they are. They're kind of narcissistic, so they might. His upper lip is a bit shorter. He does have a bit of a chin for a cat. It's not huge, but it's there. Some cats are largely chinless. Some cats have big, like, Ron Perlman chins. So I might move Pierogi forward a little bit. Move them up. I'm selecting the wrong layers. What layer is it? That layer.
I have a drink of coffee.
That's me all the time. Whenever I drink coffee, that's basically just me. I turn into an old man. His thrift store Packers fleece. I don't really think he gives a shit about the Packers either. I think he just has one because I'm pretty sure it's illegal not to in Wisconsin. Well, yeah, you don't want to get pulled over by the cops and, you know, get grilled over why you don't have one. Why aren't you representing the Packers, Kelly? You're not really a Wisconsinite, are you? It's kind of how people are sometimes here about the Patriots and you know, the Sox. Here, I just don't care about sport. Sorry. I'm drawing some of this on the wrong layer. Why it's not there? It's not supposed to be on that layer. That's on a different layer. What layer is that on? Backers, woo!
MX_Skelly says Packers won the Super Bowl. Woo.
Yes. I like the fact that it like vibrated.
Jo Corvus Vice says go Pack go. MX_Skelly says oh you betcha. Jo Corvus Vice says oh.
It's getting very Midwestern in the chat tonight. Corning a beef sounds kind of dirty. Hot corned bat are waiting in your area. Can somebody quote Buttspot? That's a good one. Thank you. Look at this little guy. Just a little guy. He's just a small man. See, look at him. Sometimes he falls into trash cans. He's just a guy, you know? Sometimes he tries to jump in a box and it doesn't work. We have to have the fluff between the finger bones. This is the most important part of this whole thing, is that the fluff goes between the finger bones. I cannot stress enough how important this is. So fluffy. Such a fluffy boy. Can't wait until he starts shedding and you have to brush him out and you get enough hair to make an entirely new cat. Some cats also just don't like to be brushed, and some cats really love to be brushed. Like, Tobias hates it. It doesn't matter what I use on him, he just does not like it. He tries to escape from it. But Spooky loves being brushed. It's one of her favorite things on earth. So. But, you do need to brush when they're shedding at the very least, because it really, really reduces the incidence of hairballs. And also just reduces the amount of fur that accumulates around your house between vacuumings. Just give them treats afterwards, or a lot of pets and reassurance. Sculpt a brand new cat out of his fur and then give it to him as a friend. It's only weird if you make it weird. What's a Saint Baldric? Oh. Oh, yeah. I get it. Yeah, I see. I didn't know that's what it was called. Full body wigs for cats. They just sent it's like, no, this hair isn't good enough for you. I mean, I guess at least they sent it back and didn't charge shipping for that, I guess. I don't... Like, do you feel offended by that? Do you get mad at it? Or, like, you know, how do you react to that? I've considered donating my hair in the past, because my hair gets very long pretty quickly. So I usually have a surplus of it, but by the time I end up cutting my hair, it's usually because it starts to get kind of like dry and split-endy at the bottoms. Oh, I don't know. I mean, what I would do is I would cut it into even smaller pieces, and then I would kind of like distribute little bits of it, like in areas where birds gather nest material, because birds they like hair. Like, they'll collect like tufts of fur and stuff. I would like put it out in little bits, like out in the wilderness somewhere, so birds can collect it or it can just break down. Just don't burn it, because that stinks. Burning hair smells really bad. I mean, you could also do some pretty cursed things with it if you really wanted to. Like, you could make stuffed dolls and stuff it with your hair clippings instead of like polyfill, and then give it to somebody. You could, you know, try to make clothes out of it, like a sweater or something. Technically, yes, you can, but here's the problem. For the same reason that it's really hard to spin yarn out of human hair, is that the reason why wool and similar fibers like alpaca and cashmere rabbit, kind of angora, and what's something else that works really well for fiber art? There's a certain type of possum, like in like the Australia, New Zealand area, that has fur that's good for yarn. Those fibers have a very natural crimp to them, like the actual fibers themselves have a crimp, so they can lock together in a form that allows them to kind of stay joined without like melting them or knotting them together. Human hair doesn't typically have that. Some hair types, some hair textures might be better for it than others, but in general, human hair is much too smooth and straight to effectively spin into yarn or felt. That's not to say that you can't do it. Like, if you look at some uneducated people's excuses for quote-unquote dreadlocks, it's just matted hair. And matted hair is basically the same thing as what you're doing with wool when you needle felt. But when human hair mats together like that, it's a much different texture than wool, and not ideal. You technically yes, effectively no. Some people will, like, in instances where sentimentality is usually at work, and somebody wants to incorporate someone's hair into like a yarn or like a knitted or a crocheted object, usually is like a memorial to somebody who's passed away, like a lock of their hair or something. You can include that with whatever fiber you're spinning into a yarn, and it'll kind of like be, you know, a few strands of it, you know, worked into that. But by itself, it's not really going to work very well. Which is probably a blessing in disguise, because, like, how creepy is it to, like, needle felt someone's hair into a sculpture? Like, even to me, like, that's a little bit creepy. I like it, but it's also creepy. But there have been a few threads in a few different places about, can you use human hair for, like, the same purposes as wool and yarn? There's also discussions about cat hair, dog hair, you know. Yeah, you do like the Victorian, like, memorial locket with a literal lock of someone's hair or something like that, yeah, but, basically the point I'm making is that enough people have asked and enough people have tried that there are definitive answers about this very thing. There's some trailblazers out there who have forged those roads for us already, so we don't actually have to. If I found one, it'd be a little weirded out, but I would also have a great deal of respect for the person who actually went through the trouble of doing that, because I understand on a level that maybe some people don't, how difficult that would have been to make. And, you know, seeing evidence that somebody stuck it out all the way through, you know, I gotta hand it to them. But I would also be very, very creeped out. It is like an SCP, a little bit. What do I want the pointer finger to be? I think I want to make it kind of like a little more up like that. And then I have to bring this down. Cursed, bad cursed. Yes. Yes, I agree. Bat cursed? Hell yeah. I like that. I like Bad Cursed. Bad Cursed? No, not so much. Alright, let's see where we're at. That's looking pretty alright so far. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna break down and pull up some actual reference, like for the rib cage, and once I get down to the top of the pelvis here, I'm gonna want some actual reference of a skeleton. See exactly how that should be looking at that angle. I can picture it pretty well in my head, but I'm iffy on a few things. I want it to not look half-assed. But we are approaching our usual 3-hour mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna pop back over to this screen. Hey, look, there's a skeleton right there. Cool. We're keeping it on brand today. I want to thank everybody that came out, hanging out with me while I was working. I'm slowly trying to get back on track with the regular streams on the expected days for it. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Saturday, depending on how much I still have left to do in my queue. Probably working on commissions, but if I can give myself the time, then Saturday is probably going to be a day where I'm going to mostly work on that comic strip that I'm making. Because I would like to make some progress on that. And I would honestly like to do it on stream. So we'll see. If not Saturday, then probably next Tuesday. We'll play it by ear for now. In the meantime, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the raid earlier from Det. Thank you for the bits and the subs and the gift subs. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follows and the throwing stuff at me and all that other good stuff that we do here when we hang out together and have a good time. We're going to get a raid started on Ractoony, who is a friend of the stream, fellow VTuber, who also does art. They are preparing for a celebration stream to signify reaching 500 followers on Twitch, which is, that's pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and get that going. Once again, everybody, I hope you have a good rest of your evening and a good rest of your week. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves. Take it easy when you can. Try not to doom scroll too much, as tempting as it is these trying times. And I hope to see you around somewhere. In the meantime, have a good one. Let's go say hi to Ractoony.